Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel where I dive deep into influencer culture and call them out for their crappy behaviors. First and foremost, happy spooky season. Went all out for you guys, as you can see. Right? And second, today, what we are going to be discussing is Jojo Siwa. Now, she has been riding a interesting train, to say the least, and it's just all over the place. But recently, she kicked some fans out of her concert for making fun of her, I guess you could say, and it has the internet somewhat divided. And I saw it and I was like, you know what? Let's talk about it because I can understand both sides and I want to hear what you guys have to say. So let's go, guys. Before we get started into all of it, a lot of you guys were asking about a housing update. It's been a total shit show, completely chaotic and causing a lot of anxiety and uncertainty. They basically swooped in and did all the things that I told you in the first video and then left us hanging in limbo until they suddenly posted it, and the next day we had showings for the first time. And the first showing went terribly. I got my entire family ready to get out the door for 3:45 because the showing was at 4, right? We're gonna leave, we're gonna let the agent show up, do their thing. And they were showing both my house and my neighbor's house at the same time. So we all went to the park together. And we're checking and we're like, okay, it's 4:30. We'll head back to the house now. And we head back to the house and walk in. I was like, oh, they turned the light off here. Oh, they did. Oh, okay, cool. Like, that's cool. We were getting ready for dinner and stuff. At this point, it's almost 5 o'clock, right? So we're getting ready for dinner and I'm talking to my husband in our room. We look out the window and there's a car that pulls into our driveway. 5:20 p.m., an hour, almost an hour and a half late. They show up and she like walks up to our door and like tries to open our door and come right in, which our dog was like, no, excuse me, what are you doing? And so my husband goes downstairs and he's like, yeah, hi. And she's like, we're here for a showing. And he's like, yeah, it was at 4. And she said, okay, and turned around and walked away. I don't know. We didn't say no technically, but she just like and pieced out. But yeah, they've listed it for pretty cheap for this area. It's still going to sell really fast and likely to an individual buyer at this point. And even like, I'm so hard pressed to believe that an investor will come through. And if they do come through and want to invest into the property, well, the mortgage payment's going to be triple what it currently is, based off of my very basic calculations, which means our rent would have to like double at this point, which is not feasible for this type of house and the size of the house and everything like that. It makes zero sense. Anyway, all that to say, I'm really not holding my breath for it to be an investor. And we are actively preparing to move, which is also terrifying because I'm going to start sharing with you guys some of the postings that I'm seeing because it's absolutely ridiculous. The market right now, it's not sustainable. It's not feasible. It's just, we're likely going to have to move out of province, which is another huge amount of money, but it's just impossible right now where we are. And so it's scary. There's a lot of unknowns. My husband's applying to as many jobs as he can. Thankfully, he works in hospitality, so it should be pretty easy for him to transfer, but then we still need to get there. And then if we transfer out of province, it's like new health cards and new this and new driver's licenses and all the things that, you have to deal with when you're moving. But then on top of that, moving provinces, it's just like, and then with like neurodivergent brains, it's a lot. It's a lot, and we're a house full of them. So, and on top of all of this, guys, my effing car decided to crap out on me, which I'm not sure if you'll see my last like mini housing update in the middle of the solo dad video, or if this one's going to be, I don't know how it's going to go, but my car crapped out on me. And no, it's not something simple like last time where it was just a fuse, $25. No, it's the fucking alternator, because of course it is. Because of course It is. So now I have to scrounge up money for that. And my kid's been missing daycare, which everything's goddamn, it's such a, it doesn't matter. It's overwhelming and it's all happening at the same time and it really sucks. So I really appreciate all of you who have had the extra means to donate a little bit. Those who are like going back through and just watching my videos, that's incredibly helpful. And even those who are just offering kind words of support and encouragement and stuff like prayers, whatever, thank you. Thank you so much to all of you who have been asking how we're doing and stuff like that. It's a lot. It's a lot, but I'm just gonna, we don't have a choice. We got to just keep going. And that's it. So yeah, let's talk about Jojo Siwa now, because this is drama that affects my life in a very deep way. And that is drama that doesn't affect my life at all. So much more pleasant to talk about, but I will keep updating you guys on everything. It's just, yeah, it's a terrible, chaotic shit show right now. Yay, life, right? Anyway, let's talk about Jojo. Okay, so first and foremost, I'm gonna show you the video that scrolled across my Reddit feed and we can feel out how we feel about it from the very beginning, okay? So this TikToker posted to her TikTok, obviously, about her experience getting kicked out of the Jojo Siwa concert. Now, she says that she is a fan, but some discussions have come up saying that she's actually not a fan and said that her music's horrendous and all sorts of hater stuff. You know, the haters would be hating. I just find it very interesting how people are really standing up for JoJo in this sense, even though a lot of people are saying that what she did to paying fans is really inconsiderate. So let's take a look at what this woman has to say about what happened.
Hi. So me and my friend, we didn't have any merch, so we were like, oh, what are we gonna wear? And we were like, oh, let's just print out a picture and like stick it on our clothes and it'll be funny. And like Jojo has a good sense of humor, so she'll laugh as well. So we just googled funny Jojo Siwa picture and then screenshotted the first thing that came up. We didn't look what it was from or anything like that. And then we got in and we were there for like 45 minutes and Jojo was like, what's everyone wearing? And we were like, oh, this is our opportunity to make her laugh. So we like held up what it was and she was like, can you hand it over? So we did. And we were like, oh my goodness, she's gonna like laugh and find it really funny. She didn't find it funny. She kicked us out and then people started posting videos about it and saying we threw it at her when we didn't throw it. We handed it over through security.
And how did you feel when you were kicked out? This is when you called me.
Well, I called Mum about to have a panic attack because I've never been kicked out of a concert before and I always went to concerts and all the other shows that I've been to, they find stuff like that really funny. Like it's a common thing for people to like bring a funny picture.
Okay.
But yeah, so I went out to the concert and the staff weren't even like looking at us and we were trying to talk to them and they were just ignoring us and like, yeah, it wasn't very fun.
So that's the first video that I saw of this whole debacle. And I was like, okay, so I have questions, right? What was on the shirt? What exactly happened? Because if she was asking like, what's everybody wearing? And they genuinely just thought that this was going to be a funny joke for her, that's kind of overreacting in my opinion. However, as I kept digging, I learned more information. So linked to that video was this video here where the interaction of JoJo kicking them out happened. And this is right after. Now we have to think that when we see videos like this, they can be cut and altered in ways that make the other party look bad, which arguably this can be that, right? If we take what that girl was saying as genuine. Now, I don't know, the vibes feel a little off for me in what she was saying, like, oh, we thought this would be funny, you know, we got kicked out. It doesn't really matter. But this is right after they got kicked out.
No, you're not gonna come to my concert and bring a hoodie making fun of me. No way. No way, man. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. But we only got room for infinity hearts in here, right? No, not in my house, baby. We got room for that. We got room for that. There's a what? Oh, there's a bow.
So after that, she just finds a bow. It was really the beginning. That was the only thing that was important here. Finds a bow, throws it back. All the fans are like, it's my bow. Whose bow it was, Nobody knows. So what was on the sweater that is causing all this ruckus? Turns out that the theme of the joke was this meme where her face is made into an egg, and it's essentially making fun of her receding hairline that she got allegedly from dance moms, from her hair probably being pulled back so much and a stress rash and like all the things. And apparently Jojo has been open about this in the past, about how insecure she was about her hairline and how these types of memes really hurt her. But there's a lot of people also saying, well, she reposted the meme, so it's okay. Fans probably just thought that she thought this was one of the funnier things. And people are saying it's really not that deep. And if you're taking it that deep, maybe you shouldn't be in the public eye if you can't handle a simple joke. And others are saying that she pretty much deserved it. I think treating alleged abusers like memes is just. Wait, what did she allegedly do? She launched her own dance show for kids, capitalizing on their desire to be like her. And it got really manipulative and abusive as far as making them work/dance 12 plus hours a day, including a little girl who ended up bleeding during her performance due to some injury and was told to put a maxi pad on it and was told to get back to work after surgery sooner than the doctor suggested. Allegedly. So people are saying, well, you're a toxic person, so people are going to be toxic towards you. Now, in my opinion, paying money to go to a concert to troll someone is unhinged behavior. If that's the case, that is a hater that is far too committed to the hate. If that's the case, if we believe that these people did it just to hurt her, just to get a rise out of it, which they didn't even know realistically that she was going to call on them, that she was going to want to see what their sweater was, right? And that's another huge point of contention that people are arguing about, I guess you could say, is the fact that who would go to a concert just to make fun of her? People are saying that these kids knew exactly what they were doing because they threw the sweater up on stage. Now, in that girl's response video, she says, no, we didn't throw it up on stage. She asked us to see it and we handed it to her. But that part of the video is cut out. Funny enough, where's the first half of that video? And that's what I was trying to say when I was saying that stuff can be doctored to make us think that this happened versus this. And other people are supporting her decision, as she should. People treat her like a meme instead of a human. She's a meme first, human second. Let that sink in. This poor girl has been in the spotlight, raised in the spotlight since she was 4 years old. She hit puberty through the spotlight. Her literal every move was heavily criticized, and opinions and everything since she was a child. She is now 20 years old and extremely immature. Why? Because she grew up in the spotlight, likely getting everything she wanted, and grew up being a literal internet meme. People bully her and make fun of her and pick on her for the stupidest crap. And regardless of her behaviors, does someone actually deserve that? Or did that shape her into being the mean, manipulative person she is that we see today, allegedly, after all the drama with her own show came out? And someone said, I would do the same thing. This isn't cool. Picking on someone's insecurities, showing up and taunting them with a sweater that you printed about their biggest insecurities. I would have kicked them out too. And someone responded with, and then you'd be known as the overly sensitive pop star who gets offended over a silly meme. Person responds, and I would sleep good at night, all while you lose fans due to your inability to understand a joke. And someone responded with, man, this type of thinking. A joke, like a prank, should have both people laughing at the end of it. This is just bullying disguised as a joke. And that's when we have to ask ourselves, when is it too far? Now, it's possible that these fans showed up just thinking that she would laugh at it because she had reposted that meme when it went viral. And so people might have thought, hey, like she thought it was funny. She reposted it herself. Then we have the whole, well, did they actually hand it to her or throw it on stage? If they threw it on stage, honestly, I'm not mad at her. It's a dick move to taunt somebody during their show whose only crime is being kind of cringy and annoying to some people. And then people got into her abuse allegations and stuff like that, the not so nice stuff that she is accused of. But I saw here, Siwa has said loads about how she was bullied for her hairline, and someone thought it was funny to print that hoodie and not just wear it, but actually threw it on stage. That was deliberately done to hurt her feelings. No need for it. Siwa has been candid about her struggles with the criticism regarding her hairline. On a 2023 episode of Fox Special Forces World's Toughest Test, the Dance Moms alum was in tears as she talked about the insecurity and how her time as a TV famous child performer contributed to it. You know, people have told me I have a receding hairline. They don't know that I have a stress rash, and that's why I'm balding right here. And that was her as a younger kid. And it's true. If this person showed up with this funny, not funny merch, maybe they are just clout goblins seeking that type of attention from JoJo. But others are saying if these were real fans, they would have known that this was one of her top insecurities. And to come nonchalant on and say, you know, oh, we just took the first funny Jojo Siwa picture that came up, we didn't know where it came from, feels a little disingenuous. It feels like they're trying to protect their own image and from going viral on TikTok, which I don't even think they had to come on and address this. Did anyone know that it was them that got kicked out? Were they filmed with the walk of shame as they left? Because if not, then there was no reason for you to address anything, right? Although it was an apology, not apology, I guess, because she didn't actually say sorry once throughout the entire thing. Right? And so a lot of people are saying, you know what, I'm on JoJo's side. They clearly showed up as haters, just trying to hate, trying to taunt her. They threw it on stage to make sure that she saw it. But if we take it on the other angle, there's a lot of people saying things like, I would have just laughed. Celebrities take themselves too serious nowadays. But here we see Jojo Siwa's hairline went viral in July 2025 after she cried in a viral TikTok video, revealing it was the #1 thing she was bullied for as a child. Her boyfriend, Chris Hughes, made an innocent comment about her good hairline, which brought up past trauma and the stress rash from dance moms that caused a receding hairline. The incident sparked renewed discussion about past hairline memes and the lasting impact of childhood bullying. And again, this poor kid has been bullied for her entire life, for her entire childhood, and it isn't just your normal childhood bullying. She's bullied online by millions of strangers. Now, while some are saying, you know, grow tougher skin, you're in the public eye, people are going to make fun of you, people are going to bully you. It doesn't make it okay for that type of bullying to occur. And I saw another really great comment saying, like, when women put out boundaries, all of a sudden they can't take a joke and they take things too seriously or themselves too seriously. And I don't think that's the case here. I think that her putting up the boundaries, being like, no, this crossed a line, and I've been open and honest about this before, being one of my top insecurities, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. But I don't know where I stand on this because I personally don't think that fan is being entirely honest about their intentions. I think they were looking for that recognition, for that hit of dopamine themselves, while not really thinking about the bigger picture. I think it was a pure clout goblin move, especially if they threw it at her on stage. But overall, I don't know where I stand on how harmful this was. But I didn't experience that bullying like JoJo did. And I can only put myself in her shoes and imagine my biggest insecurities being thrown in my face. And it wouldn't feel good for any of us, regardless of if you're in the public eye or not. I think this is a little bit further than just needing to build a thick skin, if that makes sense. But what do you guys think? Do you think JoJo overreacted? Do you think it would have been different if it was like literally any other meme on the planet? Or do you think she would have taken offense to even the more harmless stuff? Like, I don't know, a joke about all the bows she used to wear, like just JoJo's head with 85 bows on it. You know, something like that. I don't know. I'm not a huge follower of Jojo Siwa other than the like whoosh, 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 that she's been doing. Girl, you okay? I don't think she's okay. Or do you think that this was too far, unacceptable, and this is a form of bullying? Let me know your thoughts down below. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this, quicker little update type videos, because I'm having fun doing them. And I did decide to create a second channel because I'm really gonna try and keep this one as the deep dive channel, but I do like talking about random stuff like this, and deep dives take a really long time to create and research and film and all the things, but I think they're very valuable to have all of the controversies in one place. And I really love diving deep into influencer culture and celebrity culture and just chatting about it. And I want to keep doing that. It just doesn't really fit here. So we're going to move it over to the new channel, and essentially nothing else is going to change. But thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you are having an absolutely fantastic, lovely day wherever you are in the world, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.